Hey there, nice to see you again. It's Warren from Living History. It's been a month since the last Footnotes episode of the Living History series went up online, and so I'm hoping that you'll indulge me for a few minutes to reflect on the season that was and what the future might hold for this project. To get us started, I want to talk a little bit about what Living History meant for me. Living History is the evolution of an idea that I've had in the back of my brain for the better part of a decade. It was originally supposed to be more of visiting small towns and talking about the interesting heritage or interesting things to do there, but then I decided to make it more about individual stories from the past. And incidentally, a good friend of mine named Shandy runs smalltowncanada.ca, which is a little bit more closer to my original idea, so you should check that out there. Work on the Living History series began in earnest in the spring of 2022. I spent most of that summer doing a lot of research, interviewing people, and writing scripts that I was constantly revising, and that took me several months to do that. By late summer time frame is when I actually went out and I did a lot of the filming, and over the previous winter, as well as through into the spring and all throughout of 2023, I was still working on editing and finishing up the videos and getting them ready for the final products that you ended up seeing on this channel. Throughout 2023, I put out a video every single week between May 4th and December 14th. So all told, that was 14 main episodes, 14 Footnotes episodes, and there were also 5 bonus videos. So that's quite a lot of production. There were also some technical challenges that I faced. Sometimes when I was reading my dialogue, my microphone would cut out for like a full second or two at a time. And because this was a one-person project with nobody there to monitor the audio, I would never realize until I got home, was going through my footage, and inevitably my best take would have a second or two of missing audio in it. So what you see in the final episodes is basically me cobbling together all of the best bits of the various takes I did into what was hopefully a coherent episode by the end of it. Editing magic. I've got a couple of fun facts that I wanted to share with you, and the first one is kind of in line with what I was just saying about the microphone issues. There are 2 videos in the series, 2 of the main episodes, in which my dialogue is almost entirely overdubbed and synced up to match my lip movements when I was recording the original takes. So your challenge is to go back through and watch all the Living History episodes and leave a comment telling me which episodes you think that I overdubbed. One of them I think is more obvious than the other, but yeah, technical challenges. You just gotta learn how to roll with them and sometimes do a lot of extra work because of it. It's great. Another fun fact is that more than half of Living History was filmed within a single week. Between September 28th and October the 6th, I filmed regreening the Animal Bridge, Lagoon City, the Wissahickon Swing Bridge, the Ghost Canal, Octagonal Deadhouses, the Horseshoe Curve, and the Cheltenham Badlands. Looking back, I think it's quite frankly a little bit nuts that I filmed 8 episodes in fewer than that many days, but it just goes to show what people are capable of pretty wild things when they're chasing their passions. So thank you for encouraging me along the way with all of those. As I climb this hill, I want to think about some people that I'm really thankful for who really helped to make this series a reality. I won't go into too many because I don't want to take up your whole day, but the first people I want to say thanks to are my family for always being encouraging, but almost all of my immediate family members actually directly helped in some way with the series, even from across the Atlantic Ocean. So thank you so much for all of your love, support, and encouragement over the years. Couldn't have done this without you. Up next, I do want to give a special thanks to Alicia McCutcheon, her family, and my whole former team at the Manitoulin Expositor. This series was actually shot using the Manitoulin Expositor's video camera and mic kit, which, like we said, were not perfect, but they were way better than anything I could have done with the gear that I own. So this series was really not possible without all of their support. So thank you so very much for that. I'm going to be doing a little bit more reading for this next part, but I need to give a very special thanks to everybody who has supported me on my Ko-fi page. I managed to welcome about $200 in donations, and I'm just going to list the usernames of the people who contributed because that's already on the site, so I won't be sharing any extra information, although I do know who you all are, and thank you so much. You did not have to contribute anything, but you believed in the series, you believed in me, and that just means so much. So big thanks to C-Day, Carrie Gunson, Shale Co, Boodles, Larry, and Anonymous. really, really means a lot. To everyone who shared knowledge with me or their personal stories and trusted me with those stories, thank you so very much. Of course, interviews were a really important part of Living History. I wanted to make sure that you folks could hear from the people that actually had a stake in the stories I was telling. And I should add that also includes people that were on camera, but there were also some people that I just used for background information that you would have never seen. So thank you so much to all of you who either helped me with knowledge or helped connect me with the right people and access to spaces that I needed to make this series. I also do want to give a special shout out to my friends who were there to listen and review my draft scripts and give me feedback, and also provide encouragement and support when I was going through the sometimes low parts of this production period. Any sort of project like this is massive, and when you can't see the finish line in front of you, for me, that was difficult at times to navigate. So all of that support really meant a lot and made a big difference. So thank you very much. I'm gonna stop my thank yous there because I'm running the risk of leaving people's names off again, and I also want to keep this video moving. But thank you so much to everybody. It really has made a huge, huge difference. So let's head back to Living History and the series that it was. Did it live up to my expectations? No. Are my expectations unreasonably and unattainably high? Yes. Are there things that I would have done differently? Yes, absolutely. But am I also very proud of what I've been able to produce? Definitely. There are a lot of challenges that come with a one-person operation when you're having to do all of the filming, all of the research, all the writing, all of the editing, promotion, everything. That just makes some of those visions in my head not necessarily a possibility, but I think I got as close as I could as a one-person team. And each episode, basically, when I look at the math, it was more than a month to make each episode in terms of all of the pre- and post-production activities. And to give you a sense of what I was able to do as a one-person team, it looks like, based on the numbers that I've gathered, I shot about 24 hours of raw footage, and I published about 4 hours and 45 minutes of content on the channel, which quite frankly are mind-blowing to me. So thank you for being along through that process, and I'm glad I didn't have to make you watch the full 24 hours of missed takes and other nonsense. Where does Living History go from here? What's next for me and for this channel? Well, I'm happy to tell you I have more than 100 video ideas and a big list just waiting to be produced. However, I can't keep going the way that I have been. Living History has been an amazing experience, but I also recognize that the way I have been doing it is woefully unsustainable. It's just, I can't keep going the same way I have. If I look at the numbers, I gave up almost a year's salary chasing this dream that I had, and that's before you account for the value of the thousands of work hours that I put into it as well. Over the course of filming, I traveled somewhere between 3,800 and 4,000 kilometers, maybe a little bit more if you include the side trips where I happened to be going past places and just got some extra footage along the way. So that's quite a few tanks of gas. It's the better part of $600 in terms of just gas money alone, let alone the wear and tear on my car. But I did this because I believed in the concept, and I still do very much. And the people who have regularly been commenting and sharing and just interacting with the videos have proven that to me as well, that other people think that this is a worthwhile thing that I'm doing and that we should try to find ways forward. Whether you're just an occasional commenter, whether you pulled me aside after a gig, so thank you very much to Patrick and Steve for that, or whether you stopped me in the produce section to tell me that you watched my videos and you were liking them. That one's for you, Dustin. Thank you so very much for all the support in any way that you've given to me over the past year. It has really, really meant a lot. This year, I'm going to be more focused on trying to figure out that sustainable way forward for the series, and if there is one that I can attain. I'm not too sure exactly what it's going to involve yet at this point, but I'm going to take some time to try to figure that out. I could really use your help too with finding the future of this series. If you have any connections to people in broadcasting and heritage or even in academia that might help connect me to partner or fund future video projects, please do get in touch via my website. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. There's a contact form there. Or even if you know of incredible pieces of living history that maybe have gone unappreciated within your own community, please let me know as well, because I'm always looking to add more ideas to the pile. and you never know what might make it into a video. Some ideas don't work out, but I do promise that I will read and I will carefully consider anything that you send my way. As for this channel specifically, well, I'd like to dabble in ideas beyond the Living History brand. There are a lot of things that hold my interest, and I don't want to become a one-subject creator. So whether that's partnering with other channels like Small Town Canada or Fly North to work on videos that are more in their style, or whether it's kind of, I don't know, discovering vintage, obscure Canadian board games, playing them and telling you what they're all about, that might be a fun option too. I've got lots of things that I would love to do, so expect some different things from me going forward on this channel, but I'd like to keep a little bit of one foot into the history vein as well, because that's what you're here for, and I'm grateful for that. The last piece of business I want to take care of today is I want to somehow celebrate this series with all of you. The problem is I am absolutely terrible at planning events or celebrations or anything like that. And I also don't even know what would be an appropriate celebration for a small 500 subscriber web series about Canadian heritage. So if you do want to do something, even if it's just something simple like a pub night or something like that, please do let me know. If there's anything that you think might be fun to do, please leave a comment, and we should try to get something planned in the next couple of months or so to celebrate what this series was and how it's brought people together. And you never know, we might make some new connections out of that as well. Thank you all so much for all the love and support that you've shown me this year. I seriously could not keep doing all of this without your encouragement and your support. I really hope to have some sort of videos coming your way later this year. I'm not sure what they'll look like yet, but I certainly want to get you something. And as I like to say, until then, be well.